Hi everyone, welcome back to another episode. This is episode number 63. Um, I thought,
Six shows left. 6 shows left. 6 shows left. Yeah, I'm
yeah,
going to keep doing the countdown to 69.
yeah, um, yeah. So we thought we would go back to what we did before, since we've had a long break from doing it. Um,
Yeah, what was the last one? Blair White,
I think so, yeah. Um,
and that was
yeah, it
fun.
was.
That
Yeah,
even had me agreeing with Blair White on some stuff, especially
yeah,
like guns, which is like my weird controversial opinions that I think everyone should arm themselves. I will not say whether or not I have a crossbow at home. But I will say that if you buy them plugged, it's completely legal in Sweden, and it's not illegal to take away the plugging
yeah. So yeah. Um,
because Sweden is a weird fucking country.
Yeah, so again, if you've been living under a rock and you don't know who this person is on your screen, this
Like me.
yeah, this is the wonderful, and being sarcastic when I say that,
Oh, would you?
Sal Grover. Now you may have seen her
Yeah.
before because she appeared on Grinner's podcast, if you can call it that. It's just him and two people obsessed with genitalia. And
Unlike this, which is to you and some person who's obsessed with drugs.
yeah, yeah. But with that being said, we do have some valuable insight and we do have genuine discussions, albeit,
Oh
yeah,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah,
I'm just being a
yeah,
little bit.
yeah. So,
That's kind of my
albeit,
thing.
yeah. So, yeah, it may be shrouded in comedy, in fucking chaos, but we do have genuine discussions. So,
Oh
you
yeah,
know,
absolutely.
there's that. So yeah. So
Yeah,
um and we're gonna play this just to see if you can hear it. So
yeah,
All right, Hadyanas.
can you hear that?
What an
yeah.
incredible
Right.
episode. Definitely one I think I needed.
So that was just a test to make sure we
Yeah.
can all hear it. Right. So yeah. So same as before. What we might do is we might do the first hour and then do the hour not next week but the week after,
Yeah.
because this is like 2 hours long and I need to break it up because I can't listen to Sal Grover s- s-
Yeah,
speak
and like knowing
nonsense.
me, I'm going to tell you to pause it every five fucking
Yeah,
minutes just to
yeah,
tell you, just to tell her to fuck off.
yeah. So yeah,
I don't know. Have we watched anything she's done?
no,
Like, you know how fucking terrible I am at remembering who
no,
these
we have
fucking cunts
no.
are, but like,
The only people we've obviously watched is
we did watch the
Glinda.
automaton.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah,
Like the bitch
yeah.
who interviewed Glinna.
Yeah, we watched that. Yeah, we watched Helen Stanalan interview Helen Joyce. Um,
Yeah.
we've watched Blair White. Um, I think that's about it. I think,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
yeah. So as per usual, we will have to stop at certain points per YouTube policy because we don't want to get a strike. So yeah,
No.
yeah, because YouTube being YouTube, we have to play by their rules because we can't go. Anyway, we'll get through that. So yeah, let us kick off.
To prod me to make sure we keep questioning things that need to be questioned. But
Like
before we
your
talk
fucking
about
cat.
our guests and what we spoke about today, anyone watching at home who's can see our wonderful guests Sall Grover, you'll see behind it alltradescover.com.au. If you're looking for any sort of insurance as a tradie,
Yeah, I think
Sall
it's
trade.
Why
is
is
it
it?
lagging a bit for you?
What I might do is
Yeah.
do that and then go on what screen. First of all, let me
I
quickly.
just shut down all my Opera bullshit if it was like if that had anything to do with it.
No, what I'll do is I'll go on YouTube
And I don't mean like Opera as in
because
me
what I
sitting here
did
being operatic. I mean the
was
fucking web browser.
yeah, because what I did was I downloaded the video thinking
Yeah.
that that would actually help, but no. So on YouTube, put it up,
No, I
and
think it
then
might be better if you just do it from the.
mm,
I'm sorry to
yeah,
anyone at home, by the way. I'm not sick. I'm just high. Uh, I'm not. I don't have the sniffles. I have the snortles.
right. So will it be in my quickly go on to my history to see if it's there because I could where was it? Um,
Did I remember to like a lighter? Yeah, I did.
right. Let me. Hmm,
Let me guess. You're thinking about going to therapy. And as a therapist myself,
I just basically fuck off. Right.
Was that a commercial?
Honors,
I'm
Yeah,
already
that
going
was
to therapy, you fucking idiot.
a better help.
Yeah, BetterHelp can go fuck themselves. This is my little anti-sponsorship. Don't use BetterHelp. Uh, Speaking from the experience of my friends who's tried to use it, it's fucking atrocious. See a real therapist instead, for fuck's sake. Or better yet, a psychologist. Like, don't go see a therapist. That's not a, at least not in Sweden. Did you know that's not a fucking guarded title in Sweden? Like, there is no qualifications for being a therapist in Sweden. Being a psychologist requires some fucking qualifications. Being a therapist is not. I don't know if this is in any other place or not. Go see a real fucking shrink. Don't use BetterHelp.
Yeah. Um. Right.
Right now, it just says foreign has started screen sharing. Like I see a black screen and then just those words. I don't know if you're not sharing anything especially, but I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, for fuck's sake.
Very weird to tell me you're screen sharing, but not show me what you're actually screen sharing. That's a fucking weird move on them. Uh, my I was speaking to my to my psychologist the other day, because I've been going through some stuff, so like I'm in contact with her again, and she's just like she, she says it's nice to have me because she just gets to like sit there and be silent for a bit. Now you're on two screens. What the fuck is going on? Torin is the host now. Haven't you been that all along? What the fuck is happening?
Zoom. I don't know. Zoom just decided to um shut down for some reason.
I fucking hate. I hate Zoom. Like it's better than
If
what we used before, I think. But like, I hate technology. I think I'm a fucking Luddite. I'm going to burn all technology like the witch it is.
Yeah.
Welcome to
So
the welcome to the Max Rants About Stuff hour. this, this is going in my 5-minute stand-up routine. I actually did stand up once. We're going to tell that story at some point, but like those were the most awful 5 minutes
So,
of my life.
definitely one I think I needed to prompt me to make sure we keep questioning things that need to be questioned. But before we talk about our guests and what we spoke about today, anyone watching at home who's can see our wonderful guest, Sal Grover, you'll see behind her alltradescover.com.au. You're looking for any sort of insurance as a tradie, sole trader, or even like me, I'm putting on that show, the conference in April. You get
You fucking whore. You corporate fucking whore. You cock-sucking little pun. Oh, you steep throat that fucking capitalism bitch.
John Elliott. So get around them, alltradescover.com.au. Please use the code word or just drop our name. Drop the hard yarns and you should hopefully
Sponsor free since 93.
Also,
I was actually born in 92, but I needed it to rhyme.
Do you do much breath work or anything like that, or do you like?
We're not big, but
Yeah.
yeah, no, I do. I didn't. I was like a.
Okay, cool.
like,
Yeah, so this is
5 years.
really good for that. Like you chuck it on the nose. The nose tape is really opens up the lungs, getting a bit more oxygen. And I use it at night, and I've just started using their mouth tape a lot. So that makes you just bounce out of bed. So definitely hit them up. Goat. I think it's goat.com. Anyway, go onto our show notes and our bio. You'll see the website. Use the code word hard yarn to get your goat tape.
Did he just rope in his guest to do his fucking selling out for him?
Feed is a
Yeah.
supplement company. It's animal based. It is locally sourced, ethically sourced, and you get beef, liver, you get the organ complex, collagen, honey, all the lot. Collagen definitely paying off. I hope. We'll see what happens. But
I don't give a fuck about you fucking face.
Yeah, let's not sell his bullshit.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I'm just sending a selfie to my boyfriend to remind him that I'm the hottest freaking person alive.
And put action of it, and that not only that, but taking it seriously.
Yeah.
And that laws changed.
so this is the like the transgender stuff. Yep.
Yeah. So in 2020, when we were on the App Store and Google Play just doing beta testing, still ironing out all the bugs and it was really ready to go. Oh, so we're not quite there.
Yeah.
It was discovered by what I've come to know are trans activists who did thousands upon thousands of one-star reviews, put it into an algorithmic black hole. In hindsight, now know they cancel it's right out of the gate. You can't get out of that. And you know, I was called a transphobe.
Yeah, because they hated your fucking app. I don't know.
Started to just do some research, found there was this corner of the internet where women were speaking up, saying there's problems here. And researching, sort of cross-referencing, discovered that they were not telling me what to lie. In fact, it was even worse than someone were even describing. It was really, really bad. Institutional and government capture across the Western world. At the time, just backtracking a little bit before I didn't really know how bad it was, I remember saying to my mum, "This is so stupid. Getting forward. It's just tread water."
Yeah.
I believe I said it would be about 4 months. I don't know where I got that figure from, but I just felt like
It's a blow over. Yeah.
2 months, like this will all be fine. Cut to about 18 months of treading water. I received an Australian Human Rights Commission complaint on the basis of gender identity discrimination. The man who claims to be a woman. To settle it in the AHRC, I would have had to agree to let him on that all men who claim to be a woman on.
Could you screw up the volume a bit? Do you think?
So,
I can hear it. I have to listen closely.
The volume is as loud as I can go on my end.
Okay,
You need
then
to
it's
turn up
my
the volume on your end, or is it?
no, but then it's my hearing that's fucking shot. Hold on, I need to.
Right,
I might be able to do something.
okay.
What did I put? Remember to fucking. You can play it while I work with this.
Right.
It's
Okay.
okay. I'll just jump in when I'm done.
No. That seems so. You, and this is something we've been battling with ourselves, and what I alluded to at the start, like causing more division and hate. And I don't want to feed into it, but at certain points, you cannot deny facts. And I'm not going to change what I'm thinking and saying just to appease someone's feelings.
100%. Also, I'm not the one causing the division. I'm saying just women are adult human females. This is a statement of fact. If you are saying that men can also be women, the onus of proof is on you, and you've got to. I'll feel bad with it.
No, Sal. The onus of proof is on you.
Yeah, like trans identity have been legitimized by fucking countless of countless of fucking research been done. Like this is an entire fucking medical field, Sal. What the fuck do you think they're doing, you fucking idiot? Now, personally, I think that the only thing that is needed is someone's to say, like, because it's all about like feelings and stuff. And like homosexuality can't be proven in any other way either. Like, aside from the fact that you get like erections from men, but that could be from anything. You know how fucking easy it is to force an erection? If you don't, you've never done speed.
Yeah, it's
Like
like
massage it for an hour and it'll get stiff eventually.
you know, it's like we don't bring this up because obviously, you know, we try and separate obviously, because obviously you don't, because obviously, you know, your work is your work, and we don't try and we don't ever bring it up too much because obviously, you know,
Yeah.
people try and find out whatever. But it's like that logic. I would expect that logic from, I don't know, an 8-year-old who doesn't really know anything,
Yeah.
obviously. Right, but to say, oh, the onus of proof is on you. Well, no, wait a minute. You're the one from your side saying that there was only male and female. We, on the correct side, the scientific side, are saying no,
Yeah,
there's not
exactly.
just male and female. If there was strictly male and female, right, per the binary bullshit that they spew, then we would turn around and we would agree. But sex isn't binary; it's bimodal. So
Yeah.
this is just common knowledge at this point.
Yeah. And like aside from the chromosomes, which literally is like the only uh what's it like sexual characteristic that you can't reproduce. Oh, I'm sorry, a uterus, but then again, that happens to women as well. Like
Yeah,
cis women as well. Jesus fucking Christ. I need to stop letting my internalized transphobia come out on this fucking show.
no, that's right.
But
It's
that happens
like,
to cis women.
yeah,
Yeah, but that happens to cis women as well. And like aside from the chromosomes, every single fucking sexual characteristic is mutable.
yeah,
And nobody knows my fucking chromosomes. I don't know my fucking chromosomes. I don't know yours. I don't know this fucking cunt's chromosomes. Uh, oh my God, I was just about to say something so fucking bad. I was about to say, I know she has too many. Yeah, well, I'm not. Oh, fuck me. All the ableism on this podcast comes from me.
Yeah.
Torin has no responsibility about of like trying to control this fucking horrible cunt.
No. I did get in contact, and I hope that she is interested. I got in contact with Helen Rebelly.
Yeah.
Um, she's a hormone expert. She works. I think
Oh,
she's
nice.
the CEO of Gender GP.
I hope I.
So
Oh my God. I,
yeah.
I hope she's interested.
So I'm
Um.
hoping that because I've already contacted her through her website.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping that if she is interested, that I'll receive an email with response. But if not,
Yeah.
that's fine. But yeah, but for a
Yeah. Let's
Sal
hope.
Grover to say, "Oh, the onus is on you," like, no, the onus is on you to prove your claim at this point. But you
Yeah,
can't
because our
because
side has been proven. Like our claims have been proven. Like
yeah.
they are. Uh,
So we all know that they
learn how
use.
to fucking think, you dumb bitch.
Well, that's a problem because they can't. Which is why they
Yeah,
use,
no shit.
elementary, primary schools level biology. Anyway,
Yeah. Yeah.
uh,
Let's go.
no, I didn't want to full screen it.
Is it XY?
Yeah.
XY? Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
pretty simple.
And so I said no, knowing that the risk would be that you would file.
Oh, this is the giggle
Which you
bitch.
did in this process of
Yeah,
it was brought to
I
my
just
attention that it was in Australia. It changed. So when they were trans activists banging on about trans rights and human rights and we're the most oppressed minority in the world, it's like, oh no, they actually already got the laws changed and still.
Yeah.
What happened in Australia in 2013 under Julia Gillard, they took the definitions of both man and woman out of the Sex Discrimination Act and they put in gender identity, thereby muddling. Because gender identity and sex are obviously, which one has more weight?
Yeah.
no, set. Here's a lesson for you, Sal. I know you skip school, right? Because you're too fucking dumb. Sex and gender are completely different. They are not one and the same. They are different. Do I have to come? Do
yeah.
I have to? Do I have to jump on a plane, come to your house, strap you to a chair, and explain it to you at a level where you can compute?
Do the fucking Ludovico method from A Clockwork Orange.
Like,
Fucking eye clamps.
yeah, God.
Not Ludwig van! Not Ludwig
Yeah.
van! I'm sorry, I'm a huge Clockwork Orange fan. That's what happened there.
13 to 2022 when it's not like it had been working, being intimidated. I've been contacted by that they've just had to pay men money to settle. They've just had to let them in. Like the Australian Human Rights Commission was intimidating. So, basically, if you don't do this, it's up to the federal court when it's
But what essentially is, as rude as it sounds, a mental illness.
And a fetish. Don't get me wrong, there are people within the trans movement who are victims
Correct.
of of it.
Yeah, diluting a very real problem for some people to have. Like,
Yeah.
because you don't want to obviously.
Could you
if someone's
pause?
Suffering illness. The last thing you want to do is make.
You can't even fucking get your story straight. It's a mental illness or a fetish. Which fucking is it, Sal? Because those two things are very different. Like, what? Like, a fetish is a sexual fucking thing, and mental illness is a fucking mental disorder. It's which one do you want it to be? Is it a paraphilia or is it a sexual kink or is it a uh, sexual disturbance? Is it a mental illness? Why can't you get your fucking story straight, you dumb little bitch?
because because unfortunately, right, he sees Sal as an expert, so anything she says, he will take as gospel. And because he's, I don't,
Oh yeah, because he's the fucking master of questioning things,
but
and everything
yeah,
needs to be questioned, except for the person I'm having in front of me spewing fucking bullshit.
yeah, but it's like
Mm.
on the subject of laws, because like I did like
Also, it's not a
five,
mental illness, you fucking idiots. Read
um,
DSM-5, you fucking morons.
right. So here's so this is on the gender recognition laws. So historical context. Australia's approach to gender recognition has evolved over the years, with various states implementing different laws reflecting local contexts. The need for reform became apparent as Australia grappled with diverse family structures and social attitudes towards gender identity. Transgender Recognition Act 2000, Tasmania, as one of the first Australian laws allowing individuals to change their gender legally. This act paved the way for subsequent reforms in other states. It provided a clear pathway for transgender individuals to have their gender identity recognized legally, contingent upon medical requirements. Recent developments in 2020, several Australian states moved towards laws permitting self-identification for gender recognition, removing previous surgical requirements. This is in 20, the recent developments were in 2020.
Yeah,
So I don't know. So I don't know what the fuck Sal's going on about.
what she's going on about is complete lack of knowledge. And he should question her like he claims is so fucking important to do. You need to question things that need to be questioned. Yeah, well, you fucking coward. How about you question the person sitting in front of you? You fucking
Yeah.
idiot. You
Or,
pathetic
or,
little fucking worm. I'm going to fucking murder you. That
unless,
was a
unless
joke.
yeah. But anyway, let's.
Oh, sorry, I should say the YouTuber thing and say in Minecraft.
Extreme distress about their reality. So if you are dealing with someone who's in extreme distress by the fact that they are male, the worst thing you can do to that person is leave them to them and validate their delusion by just putting them down further and further down.
It's not a delusion. Still,
And also, if it was,
we're not even 10 minutes in, and I've already poured like
yeah, we're going to have
three fucking times.
we're going to have a fucking field day with this.
Yeah,
I'm having so much fun.
it's
But
not a
like,
delusion.
even if it's a delusion, and even if it is, I've said this
Yeah.
before, I think. Don't know if I've said this on the podcast, but I know I've had this fucking discussion on Twitter. Even if it is a delusion, it's a delusion that harms no one. What is the issue with allowing someone's delusion to exist? Like, one of the reasons that we don't let people have their delusions is because their delusions hurt people
Yeah.
or themselves. This does not, in any tangible way, hurt people or themselves. Like, statistically, trans women are more likely to be the victims of sexual violence than the perpetrators of sexual violence. The statistics that you see that claims otherwise is a statistic that takes into account fucking prostitution, and not buying sex, but selling sex as a sexual crime. That's why the fucking number is so high. Because so it doesn't harm anyone there, really, except for, well, the victims of sexual violence, of course. But those are the trans women. And they don't get they don't get sexually fucking assaulted because of the delusion, if we call it that. It's even if it's a delusion, there is no reason to not entertain the delusion. Because
Exactly.
also, as we've seen, entertaining said delusion actually helps people. And like, what the fuck is a delusion anyway? Like, gender is made up, you dumb fucking idiot. Like, it's all fucking fiction. Sexuality is fucking made up. Reality is fucking made up, you dumb cunt.
Yeah, it's like
We're going into relativistic territory now. This is my wheelhouse. This is philosophy 101, bitch.
I've heard this argument. It's not really an argument. I've heard this before.
Yeah.
Oh, that's my train of thought. What the fuck was I going to say?
Something you've heard before. If it comes from turfs, I'm going to say that it's complete and not bullshit. I've been watching a lot of Scooby-Doo. I had forgotten how fucking good Scooby-Doo is.
Yeah, it is.
If you haven't watched Be Cool Scooby-Doo, rectify that. Daphne and Be Cool Scooby-Doo. I'm sorry, I'm going to do this tangent because otherwise I'm going to take this fucking knife and stab myself.
This is it. Speaking onto fetish,
Oh yeah,
right? There are fetish that everyone has a fetish.
That's literally the tagline to the great film Maskhead by Toe Tag Productions.
Yeah,
everyone has a fetish. What's yours?
so Helen Stanland has a fetish. She has a fetish for genitalia.
Yeah.
So
and like I have
pinpoint-
my kinks. I'm like I am sexually fucking disturbed. Don't doubt it. But like none of it has to do with me being trans. I think most of it has to do with me, like, I don't know, liking rape play and stuff. But that, do you know what happens with that? You kind of have to you kind of need consent to do consented non-consent. Like the people who actually are in touch with their fucking kinky side are so fucking well adjusted compared to the people like this fucking repressed bitch. Because we kind of fucking need to be, because if we fuck up, we actually hurt people and we kind of don't want to.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I've just remembered. Right. So yes, gender is a social construct, right? We made it up the same way we made up marriage, right? Because marriage, because I guess we didn't have anything better to do, right? But yeah. So just because gender is a social construct, we still use that social construct because, again, gender is gender, your sex is your sex. Another quick little, I guess, education for you and for anyone listening.
Yeah.
Let's
and
say,
also like it's
let's say let's say a baby, let's say, for example, a baby boy was born, right? And their gender matched their assigned sex of birth.
Right?
That means that not only is their sex male, but their gender is also male. It matches. Okay, that's simple. Where the disconnect happens is when, if that said baby boy that's just been born and their gender is of the opposite sex, hence a disconnect, a mismatch, That's where gender dysphoria comes in. Also, not all
Yeah.
trans people who suffer from, not all people who have gender dysphoria are trans.
No. And
Like,
like, no, definitely not.
it's
Yeah.
fucking ugh, gets me so
And also
fucking
like,
pissed off.
there's also like a sort of like, for example, me. If you were to look at me just like this, now I'm not very done up today. I'm not sitting here wearing all of my makeup. I'm fairly low down. Like, I look at best androgynous as long as I make sure to shave. And like, even if I shave, like the beard that you have right now, I cannot grow. Like physically, it's physically fucking impossible for me to grow that
Mm.
beard. It's always been. Because and like the way that I put on weight is I get hips and shit like that. Like I get curves. That's always been the case. Like this is for some reason fucking nice. I also have a fucking great ass. Anyone who follows me on Twitter knows that eventually. Like eventually it will just be, oh, Max posting her ass again. Because my ass
Yeah,
is fucking pristine condition. It's ooh, mwah, it's a fucking masterpiece. Um and all of this is our natural hormones. My brother, who is trans, and just like me, decided to come out when he was 30, to acquire of, oh, no shit, uh, from everybody. Nobody was, because he didn't get curves. He didn't get any, he had, feels weird to say this, but it's a quote from him, had no tits to remove. Like, yeah. And like, he and all the men in my family, they grow a beard belly, and they lose their hair, and they grow a big thick beard. All the women in my family have curves and like shiny hair and like extremely thin hair. Like this is some fine fucking sandpaper bullshit, but it's beautiful in the in as long as you don't touch it. If you
yeah,
touch it too much, it will fucking fall off. But I think that has more to do with me never eating and subsiding on a diet of cocaine, Coca-Cola, and like speed, and like cigarettes. Like I think that has more to do with my dietary bullshit. Um, like I live on fast food and cocaine. What are you going to do? It's amazing that I'm still alive. Genuinely, that fucking stroke that I had a few years back, the fact that it couldn't be tracked to my living is an odd thing. But
yeah,
like, so it's clearly something, because I, who turned out to be like trans, has a hormone deficiency when it comes to testosterone deficiency, and I have a hormone surplus when it comes to estrogen, like from the offset. My brother, who's trans, had a hormone deficiency in estrogen and had a hormone surplus in testosterone. Like there is some weird biological thing going on here. We don't know exactly what, because we haven't like done a checkup on that shit. But there truly fucking are biological reasons for transness. Now, do there need to be a biological reason for me to consider someone trans? No, of course not. I'm not a fucking psychopath. But like, I'm a narcissist, so there's a difference. But
yeah,
like, what I'm saying is that even on the like physical and like biological level, there are oftentimes differences between trans and non-trans people. And I'm
yeah,
saying non-trans because like trans is the normal, and because Elon Musk made sure of that. Like trans became the new
yeah,
normal when he decided to remove cis from our vocabularies.
yeah.
Now
It's
I've
like,
been ranting enough, but like, yeah, that's
yeah,
and I'm
and
going to say Daphne in Be Cool Scooby Doo is the best fucking character I've ever seen. She has puppets in one episode, and it's great.
Yeah.
Go watch Be Cool Scooby Doo, everyone. This is now a Be Cool Scooby Doo podcast.
Yeah. And also, it's not mentioned in this podcast, or it might be, I don't know, because I was putting some notes together. Not that, and I'm hoping that I don't have to use it because I want to like
Yeah.
listen to what she's got to say. But there are trans people who go on to have, you know, surgery and all of that, but there are also trans people who don't want to have surgery. Now that could be for a multitude of factors. It could be due to costs, the cost of it, the long waiting times, or they genuinely because they already feel comfortable in who they are, and they don't need to
Yeah.
validate their transness. Right? There are a lot of trans people who have never had surgery because
Yeah.
like that's their
personally,
choice.
probably won't have.
Yeah,
Especially
and
essentially bottom surgery, for one simple reason, and that's because I've fucked nearly 300 people in my life. I'm 32 years old. I'm turning 33 in August. I don't have the fucking time to be the most well fucked virgin in Stockholm. I don't have the time to learn new equipment. I don't know how to.
yeah,
Like, I'm
and it's
good
like
at this. I'm great at this. I'm a anybody in Stockholm who wants to try it out, come on. Yes.
yeah, and them not going down the path of medical treatment and all of that, that doesn't negate their transness. They are still
Yeah.
trans, regardless of if they go down that route. But it appears to me that you know because but yeah, let's
Yeah.
see what else. See what else.
This thing to do is actually, like I said, now, deal with reality. One body surgical procedures to make changes, don't change yourself.
Right. And again,
Is it chop? Is it? What did you say? I could uh make it out. It was a bit choppy on my end. I think my internet connection out here is fucking atrocious. I need to stop being a smoker so that we can watch bullshit in peace.
A mental
Mental
illness.
illness and a fetish,
wait,
case
The mental illness and a fetish.
basically,
Pick one,
she
dumb bitch.
basically she
Yeah.
said, ground you in reality that you only have one body and that you shouldn't go down basically the path of changing your body through surgery. Because
I don't
I'm
know how
assuming that
noticeable it
apparently
is.
because you're not because apparently I'm
Yeah.
paraphrasing, you are not who you say you are because you're not grounded in reality.
Okay, so this is my earring. It's beautiful. It means that I have a permanent hole in my left ear. I only have one earring because I used to present as a guy, and the guys only have one earring because you don't want to turn out to be a faggot or something. And I only have it in my left ear because the right ear is the faggot ear. You don't want an earring in this one because then you like cock, which I do, but like I like cock in a women way. Uh, and then I have a nose ring. I don't know how noticeable it is, but I have like a septum piercing, which aside from making cocaine a bit more difficult and like making it harder for me to be uh, like sick, because then I have to blow my nose around that little ring. Fun fact for all of you. And also, when you take it, you start to cry. Not because it hurts, but because there's a bunch of nerve endings there.
Yeah,
I also have a tongue stud, and I'm not going to show right now because I don't have it in, and the only tongue stud I have left because I keep swallowing them in my sleep. That's why I don't sleep. And like the only tongue stud I have left says "come here" on it, and I'm not going to fucking show that on camera. I also have a tattoo on my leg. This little fucking bitch. I'm getting to a point. You can probably not see it well, but it says "Jag älskar mig" here, which is Swedish for "I love myself." Yes, I have that tattooed on my fucking leg. I did it to myself when I was 18 years old, drunk as shit at a friend's house who had a tattoo machine.
Oh, yeah.
I have changed my body permanently. Like these fucking holes and stuff, they're not growing back. I'm also going to pierce my fucking tit once I have one. I'm going to have one tit. It's going to be like unitit. But like I like people change themselves all the time. I've had every fucking hair color in the book. I used to bleach my hair to shit. There's a reason I have shit quality hair right now. That's because it's dead from bleach. We tattoo ourselves. We fucking mess with our bodies all the fucking time. This is no different than that. You sanctimonious fucking cunt.
Yeah, because I was about to say, and you led me into that. It's like she thought she was really proud of that as well. Like, right, because obviously she's a mom, and this is in no,
Yeah.
I'm not going to, and I'm not going to insult her parenting styles or whatever. I'm not going to go there. But it's like, and also it's like patronizing
I
as
will.
well. Like, I'm going to ground you in reality. What you mean is you're going to take them out of their reality, which is reality.
Yeah.
Because I don't know if you know if
Is
you
it
know this or not.
patronizing or matronizing?
Could be both. Because I
I'm
don't know
sorry,
if you
I'm just
realize this.
I think maybe our
now.
children should commit matricide.
Yeah. Not everyone is male, and not everyone is female. Going back to the
No.
gender thing, it's on a spectrum, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
But cis women, they get plastic surgery, boob implants, boob reduction, Botox, and that's
Yeah.
fine because they're adults and they have freedom over their bodily autonomy. What you're essentially saying is to whether they are a minor or an adult or an adult, they
Yeah.
have no free will over their body because you don't believe in their reality. But I'm sorry, Sal, but not everyone thinks like you.
No. And like thank fuck for that. I'm sorry,
Yeah.
I just got really fucking happy because I gave my drug dealer a good review earlier. And he just sent me $5. I think he's flirting with me. I lived the life of a fucking monster. But yeah, no, she's a fucking idiot. Like this bitch. My drug dealer is a great person.
But judgment decision that last year, judge that X is changing. And that and so discrimination charged $10,000 damage.
Oh,
And so I'm appealing now. So now what was stupidest name case in the world was Tickle Beak Giggle. Giggle. So
oh fuck hell.
how is this?
Oh God, I hated that
What was
laugh.
it?
So this Tickle Beak Giggle is now Giggle Beak Tickle. And yes, so we're deep in fight.
Tickle.
Yeah, stupidest name court case of all time, which I think Sometimes I do wonder if the name has hindered it a bit of people, some people thinking it's not something to take seriously because it sounds so stupid.
It's not something to take seriously, actually, and the name for it is perfect because of that. Tickle v Jiggle. It's it sounds like a fucking off-brand Tickle Me Elmo. Like, do you know
Yeah.
the obvious plant? Do you know the obvious plant like elbow? Have you seen it? I'm sorry, I'm going to send you something that is like the funniest fucking image I've ever seen. Uh, uh, Elbow obvious plant. Do you know what obvious plant is?
No.
Obvious plant is it's a joke company that puts out like off-branded fucking bullshit toys that are the funniest fucking things I've ever seen. Like I love them so much because they are great at doing like just the most awful fucking nightmare bullshit images ever. I'm going to see if I can. Elbow loves you. It's amazing. And they did a Tickle Me Elmo off brand. And I'm going to send you the link to it right now. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to do that. I'm going to have to send you a fucking um and anyone listening at home, I'm sorry, where is the chat on this fucking shit app? Shouldn't we, is there not like oh there chat. I'm sorry, it's said in large letters and it has speech bubble over it, so I couldn't see it because I'm a fucking moron. There we go. Meeting group chat. You have a link to the most beautiful thing in the world. And anyone back home who doesn't know what this is, just Google obvious plant elbow. It's called obvious plant because it is obviously a plant. Like it's a planted image. It's a planted joke thing. And like just the just the fucking packaging. Also, it's called non-toxic. Also, the non-toxic and child safe in inverted commas on the left top corner. And then it's elbow. We are good friend. ABDCE. What the fuck? And it's 123 Semisame Street. It's everything about this fucking, and then you can see the obvious plant in the upper corner. But
Yeah.
if you want a good laugh, just Google obvious plant and look at their output. They do so funny fucking bullshit off-brand fucking shit that I genuinely fucking love it. But yeah, the Semisama Street ABDCE fucking slays me, and also child safe. What the fuck does it's I love that. I love that so much. I loved it even better for the 5 seconds that I believed it was a real fucking product. Because there are some great fucking products. We're going at some point we're going to do a fucking toy stream, you and I. And I'm just going to show you my funny fucking off-branded shit like Robert Cop. It's just a guy. It's just a fucking dude. It's, uh, it's it's a toy that is like Robert Cop, spelled in like the RoboCop typeface, and then it just says, and then it's just a fucking guy. There are a bunch of funny Batman bullshit as well, and yeah, I'm going to. There was one that was like I think it was Batman, and it was a straw thing where the straw became his fucking cock. And I don't think that was a like plant one. I think that was an honest like because bootleg toys, aside from being like painted with lead paint,
Yeah.
are the funniest fucking shit ever. I
Yeah, they
love that
are.
bullshit. I'm sorry to lead you down this fucking rabbit hole,
No,
but
but no,
yeah,
that's fine.
everyone back at home, just Google obvious plant. Or like just bootleg toys. Crack did a bunch of fun articles. I think it was might have been Sean Baby that did them. If you don't know who Sean Baby is, he's one of the funniest fucking people on the planet.
Yeah, I'll look him up after. Um, yeah, it's
He
like,
has a bunch of like romance tip
oh,
reactions when he reacts to terrible romance advice.
oh, awesome.
He gets progressively angrier as he goes along until he just starts insulting the author of it. Like,
It sounds like someone I would probably watch. Um,
yeah, a lot of my sense of comedy comes from that. So like if you think what I do is funny, you're probably going to like him.
yeah. Um, yeah, tickled versus giggled. Um,
Yeah,
clearly the judge saw sense because he goes with the law. Um,
yeah,
I truly
yeah. He's a
hope,
fucking judge. That's his job.
yeah, I truly hope that when they go to court, because that's what she's vying for, she's gonna
Yeah.
waste her time. Not only waste her time, she's gonna waste the resources of the judge, who's probably got better things to do with his time than hear
Yeah.
a court case about a
Yeah, well,
transphobic
considering
bitch.
it's Australia, the better thing to do is probably just putting some fucking junkie into prison.
Yeah.
They have fucked narcotics laws there.
Oh
I
yeah.
went to Australia once and did like shit cocaine, and then I almost smuggled cocaine into Singapore. That's
Yeah.
another story. I had forgotten. I had half a gram of cocaine on me. I find that on the fucking plane into Singapore while I'm looking at a fucking declaration ticket that says death to drug smugglers under Singapore law. I've never gone to because my girlfriend at the time was with me, and I just like stands up and like, I'm going to the bathroom because I just fucking remember that I have a half a gram of cocaine on me
Yeah.
in my like breast pocket on my suit jacket. I hurry to the fucking bathroom, pour the shit out, put the bag as far down the fucking trash can I can, just wash my hand profusely, and then fuck back up to my seat. I have never gone through a fucking clearing that fucking nervous, and I had been stopped.
Yeah, that reminds me of that scene. I think it was in the second Bridget Jones film
Oh,
where
and she goes,
she
yeah, yeah, that's exactly what we were thinking about as well. Because I didn't tell her this until we got back to Sweden, like a few days later. Because we had been to Australia, we had been to Singapore, we had been to we had been to Indonesia, and every fucking time we went through a safety control, they stopped me and they search me and they don't find this bullshit. But they clearly sense something because I got stopped all the fucking time. I got so fucking tired of it. I thought it was about my fucking tongue stud at one point. But then, but then I remember the fucking half a gram of cocaine that I've just brought from Sweden.
yeah, yeah. Uh,
The sad part was that that was really good cocaine as well, and like the shit that I got in Australia was fucking lousy. Like that's the worst drugs I've ever done.
yeah.
I'm sorry
Uh,
about this, Daniel, but like
no, that's
it's
no.
about the time that I
You
nearly
don't
got
need to.
killed.
Don't need to.
Yeah, yeah, I know.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's it's so that was the story of how I nearly died, or ended up in a Singaporean jail. And yeah, she was like just like, and her, I still wake up like this. This happened in 2019, and I still fucking wake up like at night. Oh my God, I'm going to fucking
Yeah,
die.
yeah.
And like she's the funniest bit is that when we get home and I tell her this because I didn't want to ruin her fucking vacation because she would have been nervous all the time. And I tell her this like, oh, thing happened while we were on a journey. And she just looks at me and like, my father was there, my sister was there, everyone was there. You would have ruined the vacation for all of us. Like, yeah. And I would have been put in a fucking Singaporean jail like in Bridget Jones.
Yeah, yeah,
And yeah, it's the second Bridget Jones. It's
yeah,
Edge of Reason, I think it's called.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I never saw the third one, but I loved the first one. Didn't like the second one that much.
yeah, yeah. I'm not gonna bother seeing the third one.
Yeah,
I'm
only
with you.
reason would be Hugh
I like the
Grant. I
first one
am a
better.
kind of Hugh Grant apologizer, but I like him way better when he plays a dickhead than when he plays like a mumbling. Like I've never
Oh
seen
yeah,
Notting Hill because I can't see his fucking stutter without wanting to punch him in his fucking face. Like nothing against stutters. I
yeah,
don't care. I just think that Hugh Grant stuttering is annoying.
yeah.
But him in like About a Boy,
Oh yeah, it is.
fucking A material there.
Yeah,
This is how interesting you are, Sal Grower. We're having a fucking review of Bridget Jones now instead.
yeah,
And what sort of, and what adds to that is Australia's Sex Discrimination Act is based on CEDAW, which is the Convention of Elimination of Discrimination Against Women, which is a UN convention, number 187 countries. So we're sort of the first ones going in to defend CEDAW because CEDAW is for it's a documented biological reality, basically. And so while there is no mention of gender identity in CEDAW, and there have definitely been attempts from activists to put it in there, best they've been able to do is sort of tinker around the edges with these different documents that aren't ratified or signed by anybody. And there's one that states that it also covers other status. And so our judge's interpretation has been that other status is gender identity, which is what you just said, gender identity. Yeah, so he's made a very broad decision that is complete nonsense.
Very broad.
Very broad.
When it's vague and
yeah,
it can be definitely manipulated and abused.
Yeah, I mean, which
How is
has
it
been
vague? How is it broad? He cited exactly what it was and its interpretation. How is it vague or broad?
uh,
You're just using words that you like. Do you know what broad means? You fucking illiterate bitch.
no,
Oh god, these fucking fuckbags.
yeah, it's like
We've been going for over an hour and we're like 13 minutes in.
yeah, biological reality. The biological reality is Sal, is that trans women are women, trans men are men. Now I know that they never they never attach this argument towards trans men for some reason. It's always trans women, right? Don't know why.
Because they can't call the trans men perverts for some reason.
No,
Even though like if you've
yeah,
ever fucked a trans man, they are some sick
yeah.
fucks.
But I mean, if I ever know that she will, because like every other turf, if I even try to ask them to come on, they won't. The one question I have for you, Sal, if you could respond, is what does it matter to you? Are they harming you in any way? I'll answer for you. No. Are they somehow, in your words, harming your kids? No, they're not. Do these people live in your vicinity? No, they don't. They probably don't even live anywhere near you. Yeah, you want
But
to,
that's like a sure as fuck hope not.
yeah, I don't, fucking no. Yeah, it's like we're not even. We're 14 minutes in. It's like fucking hell.
In 2013, one of the things they did bring in sexual orientation specific protections, which I was before.
Yeah.
But even because what we want to do right now is repeal those 2013 amendments, but that doesn't mean we want to repeal, say, the sexual orientation part, because that's not in conflict with CEDAW or the Sex Discrimination Act. That's a sex-based right.
Yeah.
Which is what the Sex Discrimination Act is, which is what the Sex Discrimination Commission and Cody seems to have completely forgotten.
Yeah. And obviously this has come from a place of there must have been you've come up with this app specifically for a safe place for women. This must have been an area that you'd already felt like was required for women, and now it feels like almost a slap in the face to all feminists in the past who have really worked for the rights of.
I feel that what has happened, say to me personally, is actually a proof of concept, because wanted basically women to be able to have a female in the space that come with hand whenever they needed it. The lengths a man will go to get into it has actually proven the need for it.
Okay, I need to like take this up. Do you know what is a female-only space? My Tinder inbox. Because I only match with girls on Tinder. I have Grindr and stuff like that for others. And like since I got sexually assaulted, somehow I have a problem with like dating men. Imagine that. Not because I like believe that everyone would rape me, but now I know that there's a fucking risk. And I also know that I will react by freezing. But like my Tinder inbox is actually a like female only place. Like my Tinder matches. Do you know why? And it's because of how dating apps works. They cannot write to me, and I can't write to them unless we both match. The problem that she's describing is a fucking non-issue. Unless you do what Grindr does for some fucking reason where everyone can write to you, but just don't do that. Just make it so that you have to match to write to people. Then these people, whoever you don't want to fuck, you don't have to match. It's that fucking simple.
Yeah, it really is. Even because that stunt, because I saw your I saw your tweet with
To Glenna,
yeah, it's like he's fake attempt.
yeah. When
Oh,
he, what did I write? I'm just trying to find. Oh yeah, if you match with them, it literally means you've accepted their request. You ill-fitted fuckwit. This is a non-issue, even if you assume you're right about trans not being real. Just don't match with people you're not attracted to, you fucking cunt. And then I attached this. Yeah, that one when he fucking tried to be a little fucking bitch.
Yeah,
And
because
like,
he tried to bite. He tried
and
to
like, I
bite.
see the pictures of the people who they upload, and it's like people with full beards. It's like it's clearly people doing this because do you know who doesn't have a full beard? Like 99% of all trans women.
Yeah, yeah, and it's like I mean, Glenna recently left for the United States.
Does he
You
live there now?
he's in the US permanently.
Huh. I hope he gets sick and doesn't have health insurance.
Because apparently, he says that he's not he
Imagine that the UK wasn't enough transphobic. Wasn't transphobic
yeah,
enough
not
for
only that.
Glenna. The UK, Turf Island wasn't turfy enough for him.
No, and not only that. Apparently, um, free speech wasn't working for him. apparently, because
Huh?
like he wasn't able to use free speech, which is why he moved to US. Because he wants to carry a gun, which is
US doesn't.
yeah, which is probably one of the
So,
only
so
he moved. Um,
yeah, he
but
wants to carry a gun, so he moved.
yeah, apparently,
Just do what I do and carry a gun. I do. I did not admit to carrying a gun in Sweden. I do not do that, of course. That is illegal, and I would never do that.
not to mention that whilst he was in the process of moving, he was yet in another um court case.
He's such a fucking idiot.
Yeah. So yeah. Um, but
Like,
that's
you know how.
and apparently,
Hey,
he
sorry. It was my
him and
my
his
name.
ex-wife are apparently talking.
Yeah.
Apparently,
About what?
I don't fucking know. I hope it's not. I hope she's not thinking of getting back together with him. Because that'd be a stupid mistake. Oh
Yeah.
look!
Well,
Oh look, darling! I've moved to the US. So we give it a go. Fuck off.
long distance.
Yeah,
It's enough distance. You don't have to fucking watch him.
yeah,
I want to know what like he has an odor and you can see it on screen.
yeah.
Um,
Like there was a reason why your ex-wife, took your kids away from you. You know
yeah, yeah.
that still
And now
didn't.
he removed himself further.
Yeah,
But like about he he gets sued too often.
yeah,
Do you know how many times I've gotten sued in my life? Like no, not none.
yeah.
And it's
Um,
not like I don't try.
yeah. Lawrence Fox. Remember that guy who set fire to that pride flag in the back of your garden?
Yeah.
He got sued again recently,
What a fucking idiot. Also,
and I
that
think and I think
wasn't that his own flag?
I don't fucking know. He might have borrowed it from a neighbor.
Yeah, but like if he bought it himself, all he did was set fire to his own money. Like he's already paid for it. This is what I don't understand with these fucking people.
So
And if he stole it, then that's just like uh, larceny.
I stand corrected. Lawrence Fox. We will get
Hmm?
back to Sal Go in a minute. Lawrence, no, claim offer. Lawrence Fox has been charged with a sexual offence after allegedly sharing a compromising photo of Narinder Kaur, a TV presenter, on social media.
Oh, you fucking idiot! No, you don't do that. And these fucking people would call me a sex pest.
Um, in a tweet posted in April last year, the 46-year-old is said to have shared a compromising image of the broadcaster who appears regularly on Good Morning Britain and GB News. Kerr, 52, said,
This rings a bell. I think I remember this.
yeah, Kerr, 52, said the image was unimaginably mortifying. Fox, who is the founder of the Reclaim Party, addressed the situation in an extended post the following day, in which he said he would like to apologise to Kerr. He then went on to say that it's not my fault. Bollocks.
What did you say?
Not Lawrence Fox.
Yeah. What did he say? He went on to say,
Basically, he went on to say he would like to apologize to Core.
Yeah.
Then went on to say that, in his word commas, it's not my fault.
How? How the fuck? What?
You can't make this shit up. Seriously.
How is it not your fault? Like,
That's
this is what
his
I don't get.
defense.
Do you remember what I do every time that I get like, and this isn't even me in court. This is me getting booted off of Twitter. Do you remember how because I haven't been in a while, but do you remember how I usually tell people that I have? It's by going onto my secondary account and saying, what? I'm not allowed to tell people to kill themselves. Or doing some variation of that. Like, own your fucking bullshit. You posted a fucking nude of someone or like a sexually compromising photo of someone. Own it. Don't be a fucking coward. You did the fucking crime. Admit to it. You piece of fucking garbage. Fucking cowards. All of them. Every single one of these fucking cunts. They're so fucking cowards. I'm sorry. I worked myself up into an actor there.
No, you're right.
I
It's
I don't like cowards. I don't know if you remember that.
No, I don't either. It's just it's just pathetic. Like,
Yeah. And like I have a very clear reason why I don't like cowards, because cowards are what lets evil triumph.
yeah,
That's why I hate cowards. And they don't do it for any reason than self-gain. And I hate that so fucking much. I hate that fucking bullshit. I have a very clear set of principles that I follow
yeah,
fucking religiously. Why? Because I have to. Because if I didn't, I would be a terrible fucking person. I can change my ethical standards on a fucking whim as long as I gain from it. I cannot go against my principles.
no,
Like, have some fucking spine. Have a fucking spine. Have some fucking courage. Stand up for what you did. You fucking useless troglodytes.
but he won't. Before you know it, Lawrence Fox will be back in the paper again, getting either charged again or getting sued because he can't help himself.
Yeah.
He can't. Nothing better to do other than be pally with Nigel Farage in the Reclaim Party, which is obviously a far
Oh yeah,
right
it's going
party.
great for them.
Yeah.
Nigel Farage is at least like Nigel Farage is fucking. I saw him. Um, at least Nigel Farage stands up for what he believes. Like he has a spine, at least. He did something like I think he's a fucking cunt who should die. Don't
Oh
get me
yeah.
wrong here. Like I fucking hate Nigel Farage, but
But at
at
least that's
least I have
conviction.
some begrudging respect for him because of him just like he told someone to just basically fuck off a while back. I think we covered it here, where I just kind of like, okay, and like it because it was someone who was like, um, one of the people on his side, technically, who went against him about something that he said, and he's like, "Yeah, I'm not changing it. Fuck you." And it's like,
Yeah.
yeah. Also, kind of, didn't he leave UKIP because they started hiring a bunch of YouTubers?
Yeah. At least it's like, yeah, Nigel Farage isn't well liked. But at least with him, he at least has a conviction of standing by what he says. And
Yeah,
you
yeah,
can
yeah.
either,
And like,
and it's like Marmite. You either like him or you don't. If you like him,
I fucking love
don't.
Marmite though.
Yeah.
I think it's like my main source of iron. I get shipped into Sweden. I oh God,
Yeah.
I ate it for the first time when I was in London when I was like 19, and I never looked back. Like full English breakfast and Marmite. I did like I know we make fun of English food, but like those two, fucking hell.
Yeah.
Um, I
Yeah.
do a full English
Yeah.
breakfast. Like that's the only thing that I will cook at home and not just order as fast food.
Yeah.
Because for some reason, if you go out to eat it, they don't have fucking Heinz beans. So they just like they do their own beans and like, no, I wanted this to be shit. It's supposed to be shit. Why won't you give me the shit?
Yeah. Yeah. It's like,
And they have like rye bread instead of like the whitest fucking toast you could get.
yeah. Yeah.
I'm sorry,
Um,
I, I I'm everywhere today.
that's all right. It
Yeah,
this
it's just
breaks up this breaks up, this.
the monotony of Sal Grover.
Yeah, because I don't want
Uh,
to.
the monotony of Sal Grover is my pitch for the UKified no, the Australianized, I guess, version of what's that fucking anime called? The Melancholy of Haruhi Suzumiya.
Yeah.
I'm not an anime
Uh,
fan. I get laid, but I did watch that one back in the day, and I loved the Endless Eight. I hate everyone who doesn't love it. I hope you burn in a fire. The Endless Eight. I don't know if you know this anime or not.
I've I what I might know it. I used to watch
It's a
anime quite a lot when I was a kid, but
yeah, yeah, me too. I'm just being a bitch. But like, but well, I watched Death Note a lot and like Elfen Lied because I got to see nude and blood. Like boob and blood. Like yeah, teenage Max was really happy. Or 12-year-old Max, I guess. But like because only a 12-year-old would like fucking Elfen Lied. But I remember like watching the Endless Eight because the Melancholy of Haruhi Suzumiya is a very weird anime about a girl who essentially controls the universe by being really bored. There's a reason why it struck a chord with me. Uh, she's so mean. And then weird shit happens and they just go on like weird adventures. But one of the arcs is called The Endless Eight, and it's 8 fucking episodes of the same episode being played with only slight variations.
right, okay.
And like, uh, and eventually they get stuck because they're in a time loop. And they show that by forcing the viewer to go through a time loop. And like, this crashed the entire fucking anime. It didn't recover from this because nobody kept watching it afterwards because they had done 8 weeks solid of the same fucking episode. And like if you get a chance to either watch Red Bard's video on this or go and like look on old like anime forums and like look on the discussions that they did about this because it was like they're not going to do 8 episodes. They can't do 8 episodes. Like after like 3 episodes, like it must be a new episode next week. We're going to come out of the loop, and it's just the fucking spirit just being drained from their fucking bodies. It's beautiful stuff. And personally, because I love trolling the audience, and I love just fucking with the audience. I'm not what I don't like. I don't like when artists care what the audience thinks unless they really care about making them suffer. You're going to love my book, by the way.
Yeah, I can't wait.
Yeah, I've finally finished. I finally finished the second draft of it. It took me 2 years. I finished writing this in June 2022. And now I did the fucking final draft. But anyway, but it's like so I'm getting translated this spring. But it's the most beautiful thing in the world, and I can really fucking recommend at least reading up on the Endless Eight because it is a very very interesting thing that a show that a show maybe shouldn't have done if it wants to stay
Yeah.
alive. But yeah, like Red Bard's video on it is excellent. I think it's Red Bard. I don't watch a lot of YouTube videos, and when I do, I kind of just watch long form bullshit or podcasts.
Yeah. Yeah, so do I. So do I, to be fair.
Oh well, I'm sorry, long
So
form
saying
bullshit
that,
or our podcast.
yeah. So saying, I mean, I do watch other people, but yeah.
Yeah. I watch H Bomber Guy a lot. I love H Bomber Guy. Hey, H Bomber Guy, appear on our podcast. I'm gonna keep doing the shout outs to him,
yeah.
hoping that he will just end up here. Oh, Sean, come on. I'm sorry, you can hit play now. I'm done.
It's all right.
And I'm a male only spaces, recreation and privacy and dignity as well. I do think that there has been a little bit of overreach in certain areas. Feminists back in the day who were fighting to get women into government and boardrooms did the right thing.
Yes.
Those are where decisions about all of society are made. Women are half of society. They should be in those rooms. But in terms of like, just like social clubs or like, shops or anything like that, look yourself out, have fun. I think that this shouldn't be a controversial thing to talk about. I think that in this fight of getting everything back on track, it is an opportunity for everybody to sort of go, okay, let's actually find the balance here rather because I do get some men coming at me going, ha ha ha, this is just payback. And it's like, well, no, it's not, because women weren't gaslighting you that we were actually men and that you have to completely change your perception of reality. They just wanted to be in the room.
No,
where
you don't.
decisions
You
were being
don't get
made.
men coming up and saying it's payback. You don't get trans women coming up and saying it's payback. I don't fucking believe you. You lying.
Yeah. I'm just, listen, trying to talk sense to someone like Sal is like nails on the fucking chalkboard. It's like it's not gonna get through to her, and she has gone down a rabbit hole. I remember her saying that she knew nothing about this 5 years ago.
Well, then things haven't changed for 5 years then because she still knows nothing.
No, the only thing that's happened in those 5 years is she's gone deeper into the rabbit hole, and now she can't get out of it because the same for Glinner. 5 years
And
ago,
now she's sitting with a mad hatter
yeah.
because he's mad and he has an ugly hat on. I miss
Oh,
my red cap, but my boyfriend's kid has it this week. We have shared custody of the red hat.
awesome.
Would be on your side rather than sit there and just point fingers at each other.
Where are the, you think, where are the extreme, the extreme feminists at the moment? It almost feels like it's almost become almost a fad or like a group to align with. But I see the ones who seem to be most, what's the word, using it. Well, I don't want to say posturing, but they're very silent on this part of the topic.
It depends who you're talking about, because so often like there'll be someone it'll be a guy that comes into this fight and we're all feminists.
Yeah.
But it's like, who are you talking about? Because there's always been different fractions of feminism, and feminism is always this sort of weird thing. It is just sort of a political ideology to get equality for women in law and society. So at the end of the day, if someone's not doing that, like I think it's an action more than anything.
Yeah.
And so it's like, there's this group, like you've got what is sort of being referred to as the femmes, which is the women who are out there saying trans women and sex workers work. And you're like, I don't think that you're here for women.
And it's also the idea of tearing other people down.
They are there for women. They just happen to recognize because they utilize their brain and are able to, make up their own minds without listening to bullshit. They are there for
Yeah.
women.
Yeah.
that includes trans women because they are women.
Yeah.
They were
Yeah.
trans women were never born. They were never born male to begin with.
No.
Now I know that now. I know that might sound. Now I know that hard for transphobes to understand, but that goes with born in the wrong body, which happens. Right? It's like me saying,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
how did you know you were straight when you were born?
Yeah. And it's like,
Same thing.
I don't know.
Obviously, not obviously I'm being a bit, I mean, it's the same
No,
thing
it's exactly the
as
same. How did they know they're men? How does he know he's a man?
exactly.
Like it's the same thing. I think. Like I don't know. I've never known how it is to be like a dude. I was shit at it. I'm really sorry. I need to run to the toilet. I need to run to the bathroom real quick. Powder my nose. No, nose powder is here. But I need you can keep playing and keep
Yeah,
commenting. I'll be back as soon as I
yeah, that's fine. It's like, the argument that they make is a stupid one because it doesn't make sense. Like the like first of all, you're born as a baby, not as a man. Um, how do you know you were born straight? You know, you're born right. You're born gay, right? Some are born straight, some are born gay, some are born trans, right? If everyone was born straight, then it makes then for me that would be really boring because you know, but that's just me. So to frame the argument or frame the trans people aren't real, well, yes they are, right? And you don't, and just because people like Sall Grover, Helen Starland, Helen Joyce, Maya Forstater, Glinner, right? Just because all of these people, right, they are a minority, right? But for some reason they have a large platform, I suppose, right? Their voice, their message, their framing gets amplified to a wider audience. That audience being the gender criticals, the TERFs, um, and that crowd. So when Sal Grover says, "Oh, um, says men are stronger," right? That's false because strength isn't inherently a male advantage. You have women who are stronger than men. You have men who are weaker. You have women who are weaker, right? So again, if you ever hear
I'm back.
this framing from a turf or just someone say strength that men are stronger, just turn around to them and say this. Say that strength isn't inherently a male advantage. We are,
Yeah.
Men are born, right, with inherent strength. Right, this isn't fiction. This isn't fiction. Right, we're not all born with the strength of a fictional character like Thor. Just cut that bullshit out. So again, strength isn't inherently a male advantage. You get men that are stronger, men that are weaker. You get women who are stronger than men, and women
Yeah.
who are weaker. It all depends. It is on an individual basis. It's a case by case situation. So just remember that whenever you hear that framing, because it drives me nuts. Or men are stronger. Depends. Mm.
But no, let's bring trans people, like anyone who's in that sort of oppressed sort of state. Let's bring them all up and make them feel accepted. But that doesn't mean we change.
Like, find that you could have a demographic of people or a movement that's doing that, but it's just not feminism. Like at its most basic level, feminism has to be working females.
Yeah.
Otherwise, what's the point of it? So if you're doing something that's actually working against the
Feminism isn't just for females. Feminism works for everyone. It's all inclusive.
Yeah, it's about like fighting the
That's why it's
patriarchal
called
system
feminism.
and like getting equal rights. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
And
personally,
what
personally, I don't call myself a feminist because I don't believe I do enough shit to like. I believe that it's like my thing with labels. Um, I
yeah.
believe things like this are what you do and not what you say. And like, I don't do anything. I like the most important thing I do for the struggle is that I sit on the, I sit on a podcast for a few hours a week and I call people cunts. And then I talk to people who actually do important work. And like, yeah, I'm not
Yeah.
going to like, it's the same reason. Like, I get really angry. Do you remember how fucking mad I get whenever people call me a like activist?
Yeah.
And that's not because I think I'm better than that. It's because I don't do shit.
Yeah.
I'm not an activist because I'm not an active part of this. I do this, and I know that this has done some important shit. Like I've gotten people saying, and this is why, because I have been voice training for a while now. I'm never going to do like this, or at least not for a while. I'm going to keep doing this with my this voice for as long as I can. I know that eventually it will be like the I will start speaking more uh, higher pitch. I will start speaking with a higher pitch naturally eventually, but for as long as I can, I will keep like doing this voice for the simple reason that I've gotten enough messages from people who say that they've gotten less uncomfortable with using with their voice because of
Yeah.
like the way that I speak on this. That's an important thing. I like that, but I'm still not a fucking activist. I still don't do important shit. But that one thing that I've done, I feel so fucking good about
Yeah.
that.
Exactly. It's like, we make an impact where it matters most. And that is by having people on like Thomas
Yeah.
and Matt.
What a
Um,
great conversation. Notice how fucking quiet I was there because I was just like
yeah,
enthralled by them.
yeah, and we will have them on again. I'm just leaving it for a little while because
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
obviously they're
Um,
very busy doing obviously work and all of that. So I will get back. So I will invite them back on again.
Yeah,
have other people on. But yeah, it's like, it's like if you're expecting us to, sit down every week and, do long form discussions where we pick apart every little thing, then here's some news flash for you. That ain't
yeah,
us. We may eventually get to a point where we may start doing actual discussions where we break things down bit by bit or whatever. Like that it depends on on how we feel. But if
yeah.
you
And also, it depends on like I would love to like
yeah
if anyone wants to come on and fucking fight me again,
yeah
please do. I'm open to it. I'm not going to be nice.
yeah it's like
Uh, well,
if we
I'm
are
going to
not
be as
your
nice as you fucking deserve.
yeah if we are not your cup of tea, right, or you don't like
We're not your
how
cup
we
of tea.
do things, right, then do go and check out what the trans podcast, right? They
Yeah,
do,
they're like the nice homely version.
yeah. Go check them out, right? There are other podcasts.
Yeah.
We're not going to be hurt. We're not going to not cry tears because you left. No. If you don't like us,
No,
then go elsewhere. This is us.
yeah, that's what I always say on Twitter. Like, because I've gotten like, I would follow you if you weren't so vitriolic. Like, yeah, I know, but then again, I'm not looking to get up my fucking follow account. Like, I'm not going to change that bit. It's what makes it fun for me. And if
Yeah,
you don't like that kind of shit, if you don't like me calling everyone a cunt and like being a vile person, then I get that you don't like it. You don't have to like it. I'm not
yeah.
going to try to convince you.
Yeah.
Like that's your prerogative.
This is what I say. Right, we are serious when we need to be. Like for instance, we are
Yeah, I even
serious.
got angry at one episode.
Yeah, we are serious when we have amazing guests on. Right, that's when we're serious. Or when we're discussing serious topics like surrounding, when it comes to when we cover news topics, right? That's when we're serious.
Yeah, and like children,
Yeah.
children will make me
When
react.
when it comes to
Uh,
reacting to videos like this one you're seeing, we are
yeah, I'm
we
not going to.
are
I'm not going to fucking
semi-serious.
take this with respect. I'm not going to
Yeah.
treat this with like a fucking. She's
No.
not like like I said. To what the fuck is the clown's name? Um,
Oh.
the fucking Twitter clown. Hong Kong. The circus is in town. Maya. Like the cunt with a bow tie. Like I said to her, the reason that people don't respond to this kind of shit seriously, and like why I don't respond to this kind of shit seriously, is because this is not a serious fucking political or philosophical opponent to me. Like I do not take her seriously. I don't think she has like made a good case, and I'm not going to sit here and hum and haw about the be and end all, be all and end
No.
all about trans people. I'm not going to fucking argue about the lives of people that I care about, including and up mainly myself,
Yeah.
because he's a fucking dumb bitch. Like I'm
Yeah.
not going to treat her with respect. I'm not going to treat this like serious arguments. I'm going to treat it
No.
like target practice.
No, exactly. And it's like, you may be asking like, why are we reacting, or why do we react to the others that we reacted to if we're not going to take them seriously? Listen,
Because it's fun.
well, yes, there's that, but also, you know,
And also, it's
again,
important to not treat them seriously. Like, I
yeah,
want to show how this shit should be treated.
when if you think targeting, and I'm going to be serious for a minute.
Yeah.
If you listen to a core tiny group for any length of time, right, who constantly attack a minority, that only make up 1% of the population, by the way, and the D-trans community is even less than that. So just bear that in mind,
Yeah.
right? But anyway, when you listen to them long enough, where they constantly harass, send violent abuse, threats of violence towards a minority simply for existing, blaming them for crimes that they have not committed. And again, I want to make this very clear, right? Are there trans people who have committed offences? Probably.
Yeah, of
And
course.
that's
They're people.
because they're flipping, and that's because, you know, they're either sick in the head or they're just criminals. Again,
Yeah.
but that's not the fault of trans people. That's their fault. Right. So I just want
Yeah.
to put that to bed. But when you constantly hear constant attacks, right, and the amount of bullshit they spew, I'm not going to, like Max has said, I'm not going to pay them. I'm not going to give them respect. I'm going to listen to what they
Yeah.
have said, and then me and Max are going to point it out and say, actually, no, this is wrong. Again, if you want a more detailed, nuanced discussion, this isn't the podcast for you. We may eventually one day start doing that, but
Yeah,
not
like
now.
we've done it before. Like, and also
Well,
like
yeah,
we do actually respond to them.
yeah,
It's
we
just
do.
that I don't like we don't treat them with respect, and
No,
like they shouldn't have respect. It's like and you s- and also like I would just like to say, notice how fucking much that respect does. Because if you go back and actually listen to the episode where I debate one of these fucking cunts, and I don't care that she's trans, she's one of these fucking cunts.
yeah,
And I was so charitable. I was so charitable that I actually corrected Torin when he got her wrong.
yeah,
I was a good faith. I was being respectful. Yes, I called her a fucking idiot, but that was because she behaved like a fucking idiot. And that's the worst thing I said. That's what I say to my friends on a daily fucking basis when they act up. Like, I'm not a soft spoken, nice little person. I'm a mean spirited cunt. If you take that into account, then I was being more respectful to her than I am to like my own fucking boyfriend. And also, like, and notice what she did. She still pretended like I was angry when I wasn't fucking angry.
yeah,
Because that's all they have. Like, treating these fucking jokes with respect will lead you to nothing but a fucking migraine. And I refuse to get a migraine from these fucking cunts. I have enough migraines as it is.
yeah, yeah. So, so there it is. So again, so yeah, um, so be mindful. Um, we will,
We're at least
um,
18 minutes into this fucking joke.
yeah, we will go for a bit longer, and then I think we
Yeah. Yeah,
will,
we're going to be doing this for like 4 episodes, and I'm so ready for it. I love this shit. I love like
yeah,
us doing the Helen bitch, interviewing the other Helen bitch. That was that actually got me angry because she like basically openly justified a genocide,
yeah,
and that actually got me angry. But like, yeah, this is fun for me. This shit I love.
yeah,
Like if you can like also go watch the Glinner episodes as well, because in those I do my cruelest and funniest joke I've ever done on this podcast when I start fake crying when he talks about his dead father.
yeah,
Let's go.
in this era of self-ID. So I think that there are a lot of people out there who are using the feminist word where it's just, it really doesn't belong. And then the byproduct of that is that all women are being tarnished with that brush. And it's like, no, actually, the women who are really doing the work, which is like, I mean, it really stems from the UK. Like that was sort of the amazing. It's called turf violence.
Yeah.
Most ferocious fighters and will benefit from like learning how they've done it. But you know, feminism has also always been in waves, and so there's an argument to be made that the next wave of feminism is this sort of radical feminist, gender critical feminism, which is going back to very much sex-based realities and essentially starting again.
Yeah.
So it's a good thing.
Yeah, it does feel we're at a turning point. The pendulum swing, it's like it went too far. The only thing I get afraid of when something goes too far, the overcorrection in the other direction is often pretty violent and almost just as bad.
He just said feminism went too far, and she said yes.
Yeah.
What a fucking joke you are, Sal Grover. Yeah, let the man tell you that feminism went too far, you fucking champion of women's rights.
Yeah. I said it in the last one, and I'm gonna keep saying it because for some reason, you know, they completely blank out history for some fucking reason. Like what they are essentially pushing for is segregation. That's what all this boils down to. That's what they're pushing for, secretly. They may not say that out loud, but in essence, that's what they're trying to do. Bring back segregation.
Yeah, it absolutely is. I'm
Like,
sorry, I have to mute myself because I'm sitting here tearing up paper because I
yeah, that's
get
fine.
like
Yeah.
I'm drawing I'm getting some blank drawing paper ready because I'm going over to boyfriend's tomorrow and his kid wants to draw with me. So we're going to be doing that. And I need certain paper to draw on because I'm an autistic little fuck. And I can't draw with like I don't know what is a pencil. I hate using pencil because pencil to paper feels like someone like it's like nails on a fucking chalkboard.
Yeah. It's like, yeah. If she had any sort of awareness, if she had any type of female cojones about her, she would come out and say, "Oh yeah, oh we are absolutely pushing for segregation," and then we would be like, "Oh, we know you are, but thanks for admitting it." But she can't. But she can't say it. But that's what she's pushing for.
No, because
And
she's a fucking coward.
yeah, and it's like, oh right,
She was
so
born a coward. She's going to die a coward.
yeah,
And the only thing that's going to happen in between then and now is that she's going to have some more coward kids.
yeah.
I'm sorry, that was a
So
like paraphrased quote from In Bruges. Only thing that's going to happen between now and then is you're going to have some more
yeah,
cunt kids. Leave my fucking kids out of this.
yeah, yeah. It's like yeah.
It's
So
Ray
you know,
Fiennes and what is it called? Donald, like the one who, oh, the old guy, the old British guy. He plays Mad Eye Moody in the Harry Potter films.
Man, Moody.
Yeah, Donald Gleason? No, maybe it is.
I remember.
Uh, like he plays the old guy in Bruges. Um, I'm going to see who his actors is. Uh, Brendan Gleeson. Brendan Gleeson is the name. One of my favorite actors of all time, and like sitting across one of my other favorite actors of all time. I don't care if fucking Ray Fiennes is because I saw someone like, oh, he agrees with J.K. Rowling. I don't care. Here's how little I actually care. Like, this is the proof that the reason that I hate Harry Potter is because I fucking hate Harry Potter and not for some other reason. He's still one of my favorite actors, regardless of what
Yeah,
his politics is.
exactly. Yeah, but
Because I'm
yeah,
not a
it's
little
like
bitch.
yeah, but yeah. So
like Pain and Gain, even though Michael Bay is a Republican.
Oh yeah. But yeah, that's what she is essentially calling for. So if any of you listening, watching, disagrees with that view, then that's fine. But just be aware.
But you are idiots and you
Well,
are
yeah,
wrong.
there's that. But just be aware that if what she wants to accomplish gets accomplished, you will notice a difference because
Because segregation
because
fucking
again,
sucks.
history is history for a reason,
Yeah.
and you can't shy away from that. But yeah, let's just we'll get to
Yeah.
about
Let's
um we'll play up to the 24-minute mark or near enough,
yeah.
and then we'll call it.
Yeah.
Fast if you can.
Yes.
And so it's, I think, our job to make sure that it does not swing to this complete opposite direction. that
Correct.
None of us want that either.
Yeah.
Of just find this nice balance in the center where
Wouldn't
everyone,
that be nice?
wouldn't it be really nice? Where like we don't have to sit there and like put all this stuff all the time. Where everyone can just go and live their lives.
Mm.
Like, say like the compromise, I think the issue that I deal with, which is the gender ideology stuff. It's like the compromise isn't letting them in women's spaces or accepting them as women. The compromise is you can live your life however you see fit. If it makes you feel better in the morning to wake up and say that you're a woman and you're not, like more power to you. I don't really care. That's
Yeah.
respect to me. Like, you know, in a
I,
It does. You do care. So your child probably has more intelligence than you, unless you have corrupted your child to think the way to think the way you do. Then I feel sorry for her.
well, a corpse has more functioning brain activity
Well,
than
yeah,
her, so yeah.
that goes without saying. Um,
There are stuff in my fridge that show like greater signs of intelligent
yeah,
life than Sal Grover, and like yeah, I get that that means I should probably clean out my fridge because I should really clean out my fucking fridge, I guess. There's a colony in there of some sort of intelligent life.
yeah,
They make sculptures in the cheese to pray to their god.
yeah, yeah. It's like this isn't a switch that you can turn on and off. It's not like, oh, I'll wake up in the morning, oh, I'm all of a sudden a woman. That's not how it works. And for you to
Uh-huh.
think that in a real simplistic, uneducated view, just shows how
And also,
fucking stupid
do
you
you,
are.
do you think we want this? Like, I still hate being trans. Still wish I wasn't because it would still be easier. Like, I'm not unhappy. I just don't see anything positive about being trans. And I know this is like internalized transphobia, blah 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 bullshit. I don't care. I would rather not be, and I would rather not be to the point where I nearly died because
Yeah,
I had a fucking stroke, and that's what it took.
yeah. It's like trans people have their own internalized shit that they deal with on a daily basis, right? Like Max said, you know, yeah, that doesn't change anything because they are trans. No matter how much they try and run away from it, right, or distance themselves, or try to,
And
whatever.
I tried fucking hard.
You can't run away from who you are
No.
unless
Unless you run
you,
really quickly and you're slower than yourself.
yeah. But yeah, it's like,
Good
you know,
luck running quicker than yourself, you fucking
yeah.
muppet.
What would be really, really ironic would be if, because again, you know, not, I don't need to know this information, but I'm just going to say hypothetically. Let's
One of her
hypothetically,
children being trans.
let's say hypothetically her child. Let's say she has a daughter, right, and her daughter's 10. I don't know, but I'm just saying hypothetically. And in 5 years' time, when she is 15 or even younger, she turns around and says, I'm trans or I'm non-binary. Right, or I'm gay.
Yeah. She's not going to have a good reaction to that.
No, she's
That
not going
child
to
is
get.
going to have a shit
No,
upbringing.
the only reaction she will more than likely get is, you need help, and probably and more than likely her daughter,
I'm going to ruin your fucking life.
yeah, or she'll kick her daughter out because that might be her response. But anyhow, because that's all it all boils down to is, Sal Grover is more concerned about other people, yet she's not concerned about her daughter because, again, this is another argument that they have shrouded this whole entire turf movement
Yeah.
around. It's to
I'm going
protect
to have
women.
to cut this. I'm going to cut because my headphones are running out of battery. Like my earphones are running out of battery. It just said so. We're going to need to stop a bit shorter than 24.
Yeah, that's fine.
Because
I'll quickly,
yeah, because I can't be fucked to
yeah,
charge them for this, but for
yeah,
like
that's
her.
fine. I'll quickly say this and then we'll end it there and we'll return, obviously, the week after next.
Yeah,
Right. She's more concerned about other people, right, that don't affect her life, right? Because, again, as they shroud this thing, they shroud this turf movement around two things: protect
yeah,
women, protect children. Which
yeah.
we both know, and the LGBTQ plus community know that is bullshit. Because
It's really fucking trash.
because I was about to say Donald Trump then, a bit of a Freudian slip. Graham Linehan was already sexually abused and harassed.
The uglier Donald Trump.
Yeah, a 17-year-old minor. A few weeks back, more than probably about 2 months ago now, right? So there's that. He constantly harasses women and trans children online.
Yeah,
You got Helen Steinland, who's obsessed with penises for some reason. Isn't her husband's enough? Um,
I don't know. Maybe she's just really, really, really desperately non-monogamous and doesn't figure it
might
out.
be. But
Because
yeah, that
I
will,
can't be satiated.
yeah, but yeah, that will be that for this week. Let me
Yeah.
stop.
Bye, everyone.
Wait, let me stop the share. Um, so that,
I'm
right, so yeah, that would be that. Next week we will do we will do another TV book or whatever review, and then the week after that we will return to listen to more Sal Grover. So yeah, this might
yeah.
be a 4 parts. So
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's getting there.
yeah, make sure
Like
we
in four
do
parts,
stick around for that.
if we keep the pace up, four parts will only be half of it.
What?
We're
Yeah,
doing this is our season long arc
yeah,
of
yeah,
us just beating our heads against a brick fucking wall.
yeah.
Um,
Um, but yeah, as always,
and I'm going to be enjoying some Shirley Jackson short stories.
awesome.
Um, this was my birthday present from my boyfriend last year. It's really nice. It has a bunch of her stuff. I don't. Have you read Shirley Jackson?
Mm, no. But what I'm gonna
No.
do is, I
Uh,
think once I've ended this, I will look her up.
yeah, yeah. Do read the short story Nightmare and the Lottery. It's my recommendations. And also, she's the one who wrote The Haunting on Hill House.
Oh, awesome. Yeah,
Yeah,
I'll
she's a
definitely have to check them
phenomenal
out.
author, great with social horror. I'm sorry for that little tangent, but like I love
Yeah.
literature. Uh,
So
it's
yeah,
my thing.
as always, you know the drill at this point. Stay safe, look after yourself. Um,
And get a drug dealer who cares about you,
yeah. Um, and
who will
so
send you 4 hearts when you give them a good review.
yeah. So yeah, we will see you in next week's episode. Bye
Yeah,
everyone.
bye.
Right, let me stop. Yes, I want to stop.